It's Croctober, the official celebration of Crocs fans like you. So whether you like to rock your classic clogs, get cozy and fuss-lined, personalize with your favorite Jibbitz charms, or even, dress up like a clog for Halloween, it's time to tell your story and share your style. Join the Croctober celebration with Crocs fans around the world. Go to crocs.com to discover the range of shoes and find a pair that's iconic like you. Crocs, celebrating you all month long.
This is the sound of your ride home with Dad after he caught you vaping. Awkward, isn't it? Most vapes contain seriously addictive levels of nicotine and disappointment. Know the real cost of vapes. Brought to you by the FDA.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, so for those that are unfamiliar with me and unfamiliar with my gaming history, I've been playing video games for a long time now, alright? I've been playing video games since I was 2-3 years old. I think there's like some of my earliest memories is playing on the Nintendo 64 and playing it was the Mario game where you had to save what was it, Peach from Bowser. So yeah, I think that was like the biggest Mario game on the Nintendo 64 and Mario Kart. Now there were some honorable mentions, like I remember playing a little bit of this racing game. It was a football game. I think it was one of my uncles that had gave me 007. What else? I've played some games on there, but the key thing about those games were that they were finished, all right? Now that's what this episode is mainly going to be about, is me talking about games need to be finished when released, because this whole, let's just release what we got now and then come out with a bunch of updates later, I'm not feeling that anymore, because I feel like there are way too many, and there's some ideas. There are some ideas. So it is going to be like a 2-for-1 special with this episode where I am talking on that and then also passing on some ideas where more laws and rules need to be enforced with gaming in order for, because if I have a platform like Steam or Xbox or PlayStation, my thing is this: if I'm releasing a game underneath my company, so if I am behind like Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, I'm making sure of it. The game is going to be good. And you see that. You see at times where Xbox will release some good games. PlayStation will do the same thing. And I think Steam, I wonder, because don't they own like Valve or something like that? I think that is the company that they own. But hold on for a second. Does Steam own any games? Let's know Steam does not own every game, but it has a large... no, I was like, do they... Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what games do they overall own, but I guess, yeah, that's what I'm saying. At times you Google stuff, I'm like, I think that's gonna be the next episode, me talking about Google searches, because I'm like, fam, what is going on? But anyways, yeah, I know for a fact though that Xbox and PlayStation, they own some video games, and like Spider-Man, the older Forzas. I ain't gonna say there's newer Forza. The older Forzas were good. I mean, Forza Horizon 5, that was pretty good. I'm trying to think, what are some other games from both companies? The Yakuza series, I know that was a good series for PlayStation. What are some other games? God of War. But you see, like, those are games where they're finished. Those are games where it's like, they're making sure of it, that this is going to be a good game when it comes out. Like, we want people to talk good about it. But that's the thing, though. Those developers behind those games, they can't be working on every single video game that's out there. So that's what I'm saying. My thing is this, that should be the bar. That should be the standard, where if you see games that comes out and it just automatically gets an overwhelmingly positive rating, that should be like the standard for your game. But I feel like a lot of developers just don't care, but anyways. But yeah, I played a lot of different Nintendo 64 games. Fast forward, got a PlayStation 2 for my birthday. Played a gang of games on there. And just to even name off some, NBA Street Volume 2, True Crime Streets of LA. What are some other games? Tony Hawk, all the Tony Hawk games. What are some other ones? Midnight Club 2, Enter the Matrix, 50 Cent Bulletproof. That was the first game that I had ever beat. What are some other games on this list? SmackDown versus Raw, Madden. I'm trying to Madden NFL 07. Yeah, there was like a lot of games I had played. Those are just the games that I got now. Like for those that don't know, I've been shopping at this retro game store, and that's one thing about it is that store. Because the thing is this, I've been wanting to protect their identity. I need to just go in there and ask them like, hey, can I shout you guys out on YouTube? Because it's hard for me to talk about you guys and I don't say your guys' name. But overall, though, that store, I would have to say that is probably the most refreshing store that I have been to in a while. All right, like there are some stores, like I have to say the only other store that I feel comfortable in is this sneaker store where they're popular. People know them, and that's the thing, like I don't know if they just want to keep a low profile and stuff, but regardless though, but yeah, like that retro game store, going there and then just seeing games, like there's the one series, Project Gotham Racing. I played all 4 of those games. I was like, yeah, there's the one to Project, well, yeah, I really do like Project Gotham Racing 3. 4 is okay, 2 and 1 is alright, but yeah, I'm like, fam, a finished series, then it's like you see where it's like with other games where it's like, nah, it's not like that, and I don't get it. I really just don't get it, and I don't understand it. But anyways, yeah, it's like I'm playing all these different old games, and I'm like, bro, how do we go from these games to the games that are coming out today? That's what I'm honestly trying to figure out. Like, and the thing is this, like, I don't think any of you do see at times though where it'll be some games where the developers aren't working on games anymore. They either retired or they might have just quit, or they're working for some other companies. And my thing is this. If you guys done worked on games like you before where they got good ratings, and it's still the same people working on these same games today, and then they don't got good ratings, explain that to me. How is it that games like, so for an example, Call of Duty, let's just compare Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 to the old one to the new one, or I wouldn't say the new one, but the 2022 version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Explain to me how you guys back in 2009 probably came out with the best shooting game of all time. I don't think there was no shooting game that could top Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That to me was like, that was peak Call of Duty, all right? Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, like that time frame of Call of Duty was peak Call of Duty. What's going on now? Honestly though, because let's just see. I wonder, I'm gonna ask Chat GPT this time, because Google, you asked them, they were all like, oh, job applications for Activision. So I ain't even gonna focus on them. So I'm gonna ask, how many people work on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the 2009 version? Should I just, I'm gonna put like in parentheses 2009, because yeah, I don't want chat GPT to be thinking I'm dumb or something, although it probably does. But anyways, so they said around 250 people worked on the development of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2009. Infinity Ward was the primary studio, but the game also involved collaboration from other Activision-owned studios and external partners for various aspects like voice acting, motion capture, and music composition. The development team included designers, programmers, artists, writers, sound engineers, and producer. All right, so how many people worked on the 2022 version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2? I'm curious. The 2022 version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 involved a significantly larger development team compared to the 2009 version, with over 3,000 people contributing to the game's creation. This included the core development team at Infinity Ward, as well as contributions from multiple Activision-owned studios like Treyarch, Raven Software, Beanox, High Moon Studios, Sledgehammer Games, and more. These teams worked on various aspects including game design, multiplayer campaign, Warzone integration, live services, and technical support. The massive team size reflects the complexity, I think that's how you say that word, I don't know, but anyways, and scale of modern AAA game development. Now, explain to me How is it that a video game with only 250 people working on it managed to come out with a better game with over 3,000 people working on the other game? The crazy thing about it, I remember when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out, and I was hyped for it, because I was all like, hey, yo, Modern Warfare 2 back in the day was solid. Man, I'm telling you right now, this one's going to probably be even better, you know, because I feel like that, yeah, it's like Modern Warfare 1, that 2019 version of Modern Warfare, that was dope. I did like that. And then 2 came out, and I was like, bro, no, never again. I honestly, I think that's probably one of the main reasons why they had did the whole let's come out with the game on whatchamacallit, Xbox Game Pass, because they probably seen how upset people were with Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, and they was like, hey, you know what, best thing we could possibly do is just give this game out for free if anybody has the Xbox Game Pass, because ain't no way possible people are going, because my thing is this: if they were like, no, we're not going to come out with or we're not going to have it where Black Ops 6 comes out on the Xbox Game Pass, you just going to have to spend $69.99 on it. I mean, I guess if you want to, you very well can. I don't know how long this game's going to stay on, but I imagine that since Activision is owned by Microsoft, it's going to stay on there forever. If they take it off, I'm like, then that to me was just dumb. You guys should have never put it on there in the first place, talking on Black Ops 6. But anyways, what was I getting ready to say? I was getting ready to say something. I just it completely, bro, I've been doing that a lot lately. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, continuing on and stuff. But yeah, I don't get that. How does a game with 3,000 people on it? Because I think that's what I was going to say. I remember when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out, the game was crashing on me. It was buggy. It was glitchy. And I'm like, fam. And it seemed like they focused more on Warzone than the core game itself. I'm saying, to me, you guys, this is how if I was in control of Call of Duty, and I know people will probably be all like, oh, well, it's all like, what would you do? If I was in control of Call of Duty.
Ah, yes, the magnificent Trolley Sour Bright Crawler, also known as Trollicus brightolus. The worm's captivating neon colour makes it an easy, gummy prey.
Trolley!
It's a surprisingly sour, invitingly chewy, staggeringly snackable species unlike anything else found on this planet.
Eat me!
Delicious. Visit Trolley.com to shop now.
Trolley, eat me!
You know when you reach that age where everyone and their mother won't shut up about their credit scores, yet it seems like no one really understands what's so special about those 3 random numbers? That's because credit scores are meaningless, unless you have Credit Karma to show you how to use them. We use those 3 random numbers, plus your financial profile, to help you find your next opportunity. Like a more rewarding credit card, a game plan that helps you pay down debt faster, or a personal loan to help you save more on interest payments each month. Cha-ching! Download Intuit Credit Karma today to get started.
Rather than just focusing on Warzone, yeah, I have a team focused on Warzone, but I am going to have a team. You got 3,000, if 250 people manage to come out with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the 2009 version, you can split that into half. 1,500 people working on Warzone, and 1,500 people working. I feel like there ain't even really nothing to work on with Warzone. Warzone is just a mode. So to me, it's just to see where Warzone, where it gets all this love and attention compared to the core game. I'm like, fam, to me, that don't make no sense. But what I definitely would do is have it where Call of Duty, the campaign, it would get some more missions. So I'm like, whether it's DLC, because my thing is this, and I think, yeah, that's how I would do it, where it's like, it'll have DLC missions, where it's like, just pay $10, $15 for the DLC missions, but it's pretty much a whole new experience, you know, or like some, like, it'll be like, kind of like some deleted scenes or something, like stuff that had happened in between the, the original story and stuff. So yeah, I definitely would do that, come out with more multiplayer maps, definitely come out with some more multiplayer modes, but I would have it to where the new Modern Warfare, or the the 2022 version of Modern Warfare 2 would have definitely stood out better than the 2009 version. I think, yeah, we all can say that Modern Warfare 2, the original one, would be the GOAT. But yeah, I definitely would have it where the 2022 version would have been more accessible and stuff, where it had more things in it, you know, rather than, let's just keep on releasing the same old every single year and not do nothing different. Nah, bro, we gotta do do something different with that. So yeah, I definitely would have added some more missions. Whether it been like some secondary missions focused on just different characters, like some not unrated, but like some deleted scenes type stuff where it'll I'll just be all like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, The Lost Files, and it'll just be just like certain just missions and just certain things where it would just kind of give you guys a little bit of a background story on some of the characters in the game, so, and then it's like, then they go on and do in Modern Warfare 3, it was like this open world, and I'm like, why not just do that? You guys like somewhat implied it in the missions. I'm like, why not just come out with an open world Call of Duty? Eliminate, my thing is this, eliminate all that extra stuff, the different, not so much as eliminate it, but just imply it into a open world game where it's like, so it don't have to be something like The Division. It could just be your open world game, but in your own way. But overall though, it should be a multiplayer, or not multiplayer, but just an open world experience and stuff. But I feel like that it's like, nah, they don't want to hear the fans, because, and I know people will probably ask that too, well, how would I go about doing a open world Call of Duty? So bump doing all the I just have it where it's like it's the Warzone map. Probably I would make it a little bit bigger so there can be different things to add. If not, then then I think I would do that where I would just have multiple Warzone maps where it's just focused on different areas in the campaign and stuff. But I definitely would have it where campaign where it's like, it's just all around open world where it's like you could go here, do some side missions, go over there, do some main missions, help out some soldiers. So it's not, it ain't really a side mission, but it's just kind of like, you just helping out some soldiers in a in the middle of a shootout and stuff. Have it where there's some collectibles Easter eggs, stuff like that. And then have it where you go to a headquarters, and then you have that option whether you want to play multiplayer or if you want to play Warzone, and then have it where it's like, it's just based on the different areas of the map. So I'll have it where it's all like, so for an example, Nuketown, I'll have it where it's, and I know they be like, people are trying to add that in the video games, AI technology. So what I would have done is have it where AI generates a big giant map for surrounding Nuketown and stuff. And then definitely I ain't gonna have it where each Call of Duty is just in one big giant file, because I don't think people are trying to install no 300 something gigabytes of one video game, bruh. You guys need to separate that. But anyways, I definitely would have it though where going back to the AI idea where it would generate just a big old giant map. And they did kind of do that in Black Ops 4 where they had this Nuketown map, but they had all these different extra areas that you can go to. So I'm saying it's like, you guys you lay out these ideas, but then you don't do nothing with them. And so I definitely would have had it where it's like, there had been a mission where it's like it takes place where it's like, the final part of the mission will probably take place in the original Nuketown map and things. But I definitely would have areas surrounding that map where it's like it's just it's Nuketown Part 2, where it adds more. So it's kind of like the idea that they had in Black Ops 4 with Nuketown, but it's just more open world and things. It's just a much more bigger area and stuff. So but and I just would do that with each individual map. If we talking Black Ops, I'll just make it to where each individual map where it's just generate a much more bigger area. If I don't use AI technology, then I'll just come up with some stuff on my own, because I'm like, there is definitely a lot of different things that they can add to those maps and just overall just change it up a little bit and stuff. But it's it just seems like what Call of Duty is just all they're focused on is just more so just trying to I guess make the game appealing for that audience that plays it on a regular on Twitch or Kick or YouTube or something. But other than that, us that want something different, nah, we don't get listened to, because they look at it as oh, we ain't gonna make no money listening to them. And I'm like, no, you guys would. If you guys make it where each game is different and unique, I guarantee and I promise you a lot of people would be more invested in the Call of Duty. All right. And then with zombies, I'm like, even have an open world zombies thing. I'm like, do some stuff like that. Not like how they did in Modern with this last Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3. No, I have it where it's just like how I said with campaign, and I'm like, okay, if have it where it's you want to play zombies, then it's just the same map, but it's just zombified. I don't know, but anyways, yeah, I'll definitely do some stuff like that. But I think, me personally, I think I would have came out with a good Call of Duty video game. All right, based on them ideas, yeah, I would definitely be invested. And if people don't like the open world aspect of the game, I'm like, the thing is this: you can fast travel. I would definitely add that. If you don't want to be driving, going all over, flying, but I at least would make it to where it's like the game is fun, so it ain't like just some boring open world game. Like, no, I have it where it's like, as soon as you turn that game on, it's just non-stop action. Definitely would have like some difficulty settings, because I don't want people to be all like, I can't get nowhere, I can't do nothing. No, but it's like, if people want to do that extraction stuff, like, my thing is this: if I'm going to make the biggest Call of Duty game of all time, I am going to make the biggest Call of Duty game of all time. There ain't no in-betweens, out of bounds. No, I am making the perfect Call of Duty game of all time. All right, so, but anyways, but yeah, add a bunch of different modes. If people want to do some racing stuff, have it where there's like a bunch of different cars that's used throughout like campaign or whatever, and then just have it where it's like, it ain't like Forza and stuff, but yeah, it's just, you want to do like some multiplayer racing. There's that. What are some other stuff that I would add to the helicopter? I don't think they had like plane missions, but yeah, it's not really like focused on that, even with helicopter. So I don't know, because I think people will probably be thinking like, oh, it's just another Battlefield type game, but I'm like, nah, it definitely be a Call of Duty game. But yeah, it's just, I'll have it where it's like, just the game is overall 10 times funnier, where it's just, like I said, it's more accessible to everybody and stuff. But even outside of Call of Duty, like I did name off NBA, Street Volume 2, but it's all like, same with basketball. It's like, there's things that they would change about that, but it's like, that's the thing though. That's the whole point that I'm trying to make in this podcast episode, is that developers are not listening. Where it's like, you come out with this game, you expect people to like it, it's not good, then I feel like that developers get mad at us when we say that the game ain't good. And I'm like, okay, well, fam, how would you feel? You done paid $70 something for a service just to have it where they only gave you the bare minimum of that service, and you gotta like wait in just a certain amount of times to and then maybe not even $70, say it's $7,000 overall. Though, you spent money for something, and you're not a fan of whatever it is, or it's not all of it was delivered to you. You're gonna be upset about that. Yeah, it's like, let's say you gonna order a pizza and only one slice gets delivered to your house, and the cook is all like, oh, come back in a few months, and then that's when you could get the second slice and the third slice. By the end of next year, then that's when you could get one full pizza. You gonna feel a certain way about that. And I think that's how developers need to start looking at it. Use your day-to-day life, and imagine if there's things that you're doing, you're only getting the bare minimum of whatever it is. Or even if you're that developer where it's like, you do all this work on a game, but you only get the bare minimum of your paycheck. You're getting that first hour, then they're all like, oh, well, come back next week, and then you could get the second part of your paycheck. And the week after that, then come next year, then you get one full paycheck. You're gonna most likely end up quitting that job. All right, so that's why I'm like, man, it just trips me out that with games, it's like, you got games like, yeah, NBA 2K, where I just, somebody told me that they took out modes in that game. Why are you guys, what's up with, that's something that for the life of me, I am trying to understand. Why are you guys taking out stuff in a video game? Because one game that I played where I'm like, there is no reason, you guys barely have any content in this game. You should not be taking stuff out. If anything, there should be an unlimited supply of content in this game. Forza Motorsport, the new Forza Motorsport, they have, so here's the thing. So they have like this cup series where I think you do like maybe like 5 like different series of races, and then they have like this timed one, and then they got 2 other timed ones, and then that's it. Like, after the time ones, then you pretty much got to start all over. You don't even get to get the car that you was trying to work up to and get. But they have it where you do these long practice laps, then the long racing laps. And I'm thinking to myself, fam, you're trying to get people to spend as much time with this video game, but it is the most emptiest racing game that I have played ever. Gran Turismo 7, Gran Turismo Sport, all the other old Gran Turismo games got a lot of content. The older Forza games got a lot of content. All the Forza Horizon games, Like I meant to say Forza Motorsport. I don't know if I said Forza Motorsport, but yeah, Forza Motorsport got a lot of content, all the old ones, all the Forza Horizon games. I'm saying, to me, that just doesn't even make any sense where you guys come out with a game, although I don't really like to say it. I'm like, fam, even Test Drive felt like it had a whole lot of content in there, although I have my criticism towards that game. But yeah, overall though, it's like, fam, even that game had a lot of content. It's just how the developers went about developing that game. Yeah, that's what I'm not with. That's why I don't. So here's the thing. This is my idea, and I feel like I kind of brought something like this up before, because yeah, it just seems like that, you know, nobody really cares. And now just after this whole new rule thing where it's like I guess like they overall saying that if you buy a video game at some point in time, this game can shut down. So are you sure you want to buy it? So it's kind of something like that. But definitely more rules need to be applied to video games, because, and I think I was saying that early on, like if I'm like the people behind Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, I understand you guys are trying to make money, but at the same time, I'm trying to get a video game in return if you guys are going to be making money, not you just making money and then me just getting some crap. So what needs to be done is that if a game comes out and the developers, they're only, oh, we want to take our time with the updates, because that's what the people behind Test Drive are doing. I'm like, you guys ain't waste no time taking my money, so don't waste no time giving me a video game. All right, but no, the developers want to take time with their development. Then I'm like, okay, well, here's the thing. All right, if a person wants their money back, and it shouldn't be no, oh, you gotta do it within 2 weeks, because that's the thing. Developers, they will make it seem like that, oh yeah, we're doing something, we're working on an update and all this. 2 weeks later, oh, we fixed a bug in the game where the windows don't roll down, when there's all these other issues that's going on with this game, but they fixed the bug where the windows don't roll down. How am I supposed to feel where I just paid $70 just to pretty much look at windows roll up and down the right way? Alright, fam, and it's a racing game. I'm trying to race. I ain't trying to roll. I don't care about rolling down no windows. But anyways, they should have it where it's like if the game ain't fully developed, by like you, like there's a deadline, and if that if they gotta like sign a deal, and if the thing is this, if they don't sign this deal, and then the game don't get published on Xbox, PlayStation, I guess it just really depends. But if I'm like, so yeah, let's just say I'm the guy behind Xbox, and I'm like, okay, developers now have to start signing deadlines, and this is all also going to be for the Microsoft developers working on any Microsoft games. Now, if a game is old, then and it's fully developed and is working and all that stuff, them games are excluded out. More so, it's those games that be having like 1 stars, 2 stars, where it's like it just came out and people ain't really feeling it. So if you got more negatives than positive ratings, then yeah, then I'm like, that's when you got to sign this contract, where if your game isn't fully developed by this deadline, then the thing is this. It shouldn't. The thing is, it shouldn't be on those stuff where, well, you know what? No, I guess if they don't feel like, well, because I feel like developers be like, oh, well, we might get scammed. People just only buy the game to test it out. Yeah, because it's like if they got to do that, then that means they don't trust you with their money. But my thing is this. So you sign this, so yeah, let's say the game has to be fully developed by January 1st, 2025, all right? So you guys got until next year to fully develop this video game, right? And then if the game ain't fully developed by then, all the money that you guys made, it goes back to the fans that bought the game. And I'm like, hey, all right, they at least have that option on whether or not they want to get their money back. But it's like, it shouldn't be on no stuff where it's like, I'm sitting here playing a broken game and and I'm not having no fun with it. So yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, if games, if they're underdeveloped, bad ratings, people can't play it, then I'm like, you guys need to start coming out with some updates to fix it. Otherwise, the game is, people are going to get their money back and the game is going to get removed from the store. And I think if people like Microsoft, and that's the thing where Microsoft and PlayStation, I'm pretty sure Microsoft makes a percentage of like money that's being sold on the game. Hold on for a second. Does Microsoft make money off of games they don't own? Let's just see. Yes, Microsoft makes money from games they don't own. Gaming revenue in the fiscal year 2024, which ran from July 2023 to June 2024, Microsoft's gaming revenue was $15 billion. So I imagine that you got games like Fortnite, call it like, you got the biggest games, and then on top of that, you got the deluxe version of those games. Then you got all this other stuff that's coming with the games. I imagine that Microsoft is making some money. But my thing is this. you have to honestly sit down and think about it, because I feel like that Microsoft, it's like you guys will get thrown into the mix too if you ain't enforcing no laws and rules with these developers, because of course they just gonna come out with, they're all like, hey, look, as long as we get a percentage, we don't care what games you guys release. And that's how I feel, and it shouldn't be like that. So that's how it should be, where it's like, no, if the game ain't like fully developed by that deadline, then the game then people have that right to get their money back. And then it's like, if there's a second deadline that's not met and stuff, then then that's when the game gets everybody gets their money back, and the game gets removed from the store until they fully develop that game. Because there's games that I'm stuck with that ain't got no choice, where I'm like, yeah, I can't get my money back, can't do anything about it. I just gotta sit there and just look at a game that's just, it's, the developers ain't even doing nothing anymore. And you have it where developers do that. They just out of nowhere just abandon ship, and they're like, well, we're not working on that game anymore. They're like, matter of fact, we closed down our studios. I'm like, well, if that's the case, then I should be able to get my money back if you guys ain't working on the game anymore. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on a podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.